Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. So today is a pretty cool video for me, pretty special one also. So you'll see here I'm sat next to a little on top amp here, and this is a FAL amp. It's a FAL Phase 54, which I believe means it's a 50 watt 4-channel amp. Now the reason I say I believe is that this is my dad's. Obviously the Marshall underneath it here, which I'm not sure you can see, you definitely see this, is my dad's. So he's been doing a lot of clearing out of the garage and that sort of thing, and found his old amp. Then he proceeded to find his old pedals. So we have, going from input to output, I'll do a sweep of them, Screaming Tree Treble Booster by Electro Harmonics, mid-70s I think, or something around that. We have a Vox Tone Bender, which is from the 70s as well, which I think is worth a decent amount of money. We need to do some tweaking on that because it's popping, and you may have heard some of that in the intro when I was playing it. It sounds pretty good. It's not as much my bag really as some of the other stuff, but it's pretty cool nonetheless that it's a couple of £100 worth of thing. Then my dad said, "Oh James, I've got some more pedals. I've got this like chorus pedal and a phaser and a graphic equalizer in the loft." So I went and I grabbed those as well. Turns out it's a Ibanez CS9 stereo chorus from 1980. It is in like mint condition. There's like one scratch on it. It was still in the box. It's still got the instruction manual. Crazy. Then we have a Loco Box phaser. I'm just looking at the names here because I can't remember them exactly. So a Loco Box phaser, FH-01, which is also mid-80s, and then a Pearl Effector GE9 graphic EQ. Again, I'll put some sweeps in. They're in a bit of a an interesting way because my dad's got these like weird connectors. So I just thought I'd connect it up. And I'm going into his amp. And the keen-eyed of you who watch my channel quite regularly will know I don't own a Les Paul. And the Les Paul that I was using is also my dad's. It's my dad's Les Paul copy from like the 80s or something that he used to gig. It's a Grant Les Paul copy. It's very difficult to play. It's a bolt-on neck. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice looking guitar. And I like that it's a bolt-on neck, but to play it's really difficult. One, because my dad likes 9-gauge strings, as I said in the parts caster one on this Fender there. My dad likes 9-gauge strings. I don't. That's far too light for me. So I found it quite difficult to play. But I thought this was being a really interesting video to play through my dad's rig, my dad's old stuff. So I'm going to grab the Les Paul and I'll just go along the pedals. So this is nothing on. I'll switch the amp on. This is into channel 2 on the FAL. And my dad says he likes channel 1 better. And you can tell because you can't actually, like, the jack doesn't hold in on channel 1. You can literally just take your pinky finger and go like this and it'll come out. So I'm using channel 2 purely because of, what's the word I'm looking for? Reliability. So I'm going to check this is in tune because it is dropping out of tune all over the place. There we go. So we're in tune. I'm going to turn the FAL on. It's running into the 2x12 on my Marshall. I'm really sorry about the sound. I don't know how it's going to be. I've got my recorder set up. And I don't know how the sound is going to be because stupidly of me, I sent my SM57 mic back to Richmond with one of my flatmates in his dad's trailer, thinking I wouldn't need it. How idiotic was I? So let's power this thing on. Okay, so we're now powered on. Bridge pickup. In fact, I'm going to go middle. This is just the clean straight in tone. So that's the basic clean tone. Now I'm going to go from inputs to output, so like along this way. So Screaming Tree treble booster. I've tried this a few times. I'm not sure about it. I'm not as keen. It sounds cool sometimes, but you've got to get the right settings. So this is normal treble booster. See what I mean? This is full whack treble booster. So that's the treble booster. It really does boost the treble a hell of a lot. And I don't know, it doesn't sound super great into the FAL amp because it's solid state, I believe. Well, I know it's solid state, but that's why I think it doesn't sound as good. So if I was to plug it into something like my Marshall, then it would probably go a lot better. I'll do a full review on it. I'll probably do a full review on it, yeah. Into the Marshall proper with my guitars. So next up we've got the tone bender. The outputs and the inputs are the wrong way around. This thing is that old that the output and the input are the wrong way. Obviously, nowadays you go input in this way, output out that way. In this one, it's input, output, which is very strange. I'm sorry if it pops and bangs. It might do, it might not. Here we go. G chord. So it sounds pretty damn good. With this guitar, I put the PRS through it in drop C. It was just not right. Put the Telecaster through it. It sounds pretty good. This guitar, it sounds pretty great through actually, and I think it would sound pretty great through the SG2. So obviously this guitar, I'm finding it very hard to play because the action is really, really high at the 12th fret. I'm finding it really hard to do that, but I'm powering through for you guys. So next up we have the stereo chorus. That was, by the way, full attack on the tone bender with like 3 o'clock level. No, sorry, 10 o'clock level and like all the attack. So I'm just going to put this stereo chorus on, just literally on 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Knock it on. Clean tone quickly. So it sounds pretty amazing to me. I like all chorus. That was just in the middle and it sounds glorious. To be honest, I prefer it with my Strat. Once I get the Strat on it with the in-between tones, oh, it's godly. What I am going to do is shoot out my sort of kind of vintagey Marshall-y one, which is a lot more battered than that one, I can tell you that, and is probably younger. I'm going to put them both together and see which one is better and do a bit of a shootout. So look forward to that coming soon. Next on the board we have the phaser. I'm going to put the phaser on with the chorus. So that's the phaser, and then last off we've got this graphic equalizer. It's a 9-band, which is huge. I've left it set the way my dad set it. He was having to play around and having a bit of nostalgia, I'm sure. So I left it as he had it set. This is without. Just shapes the tone quite nicely. It's especially nice with the chorus. So, chorus and the EQ without it, with it. Now that is not a bad tone, considering my dad said he paid like £20 for that Vox, for the Vox tone bender in like 1970, something in a second-hand shop, and the same for that Screaming Tree, and this amp barely cost him anything as well. So actually all this gear is worth more than what he paid for it in 1970s and 1980s. So that's going to be the end of the video there. It was just a short demo to show you my dad's old rig. I'm probably going to do individual demos on each of these pedals. It's probably going to be, I'm going to do the shootout with the Ibanez pedals, because with the Ibanez versus this, because to be honest, this is one of the best sounding choruses I've ever played through, and plugging it and facing it off against this Ibanez from the 1980s is going to be really interesting, because that chorus sounds phenomenal too. Then we've got the tone bender. I'll do that as a demo, and then I might shoot that out with my own Big Muff fuzz to see what the differences are and see what happens. The treble booster and the EQ will probably go in the same video, and then we'll have one for the phaser maybe as well. I don't have a phaser to shoot it out with, but I may bundle it in with the chorus pedals. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, this look back into my dad's playing past. This obviously isn't the tuba 12 he used, and the wires aren't all the same, but it's pretty much what he would have used to gig in his punk band and all different bands that he was in. So, if you did enjoy the video and you did learn anything or anything like that, then please do hit that like button. It does help me out an awful lot. If you do want to see some more content, then please do hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.